Yeah, it's Crazy Dave and Magic Mondays. A little bit late this week. I went away out into nature for a couple of days, and wow, does nature not bring out the best in us? Yes, it does. Today's story is about enough is enough. Sometimes greed is the downfall of man. Now we all know what the 7 sins are, and one of them is greed. And the story goes like this that I'm going to try and tell you today, and I hope we can learn something out of it this week. Often enough is enough. 2 people, one a poor peasant and one a rich wealthy man, lived at the foot of a mountain. Every day the poor man went up into the mountains to collect firewood. The wealthy man didn't have to do anything. But the poor man collected it, and at the entrance to the forest on the mountain was a lion that guarded over it. Every day the man would give the lion a little bit of bread with butter on, jam on, and say thank you and go off. After many months, many years of the poor man collecting wood every day, the lion said to him one day, "You've always been so kind to me, giving me some bread with jam on every day." And the poor man said, "Mr. Lion, if I could given you more, I would have. That's all I had, and I'm sorry." The lion said, "No, don't worry. You gave all that you could, and you gave with your heart. So tomorrow what I'm offering you is to come up, put your hand in my stomach, and you can take out gold as much as you want. But remember, as soon as the sun rises, my mouth will shut. So please, come up tomorrow. Just remember the one rule. As soon as the sun rises, my mouth will shut." The next morning, the poor peasant, came up, and he put his hand into the lion's mouth, down into his stomach, and he took out a bag of gold. And he said thank you, and off he went. And he was now one of the wealthiest people down at the foot of the mountain, and this made the wealthy man very jealous. And eventually he found out what was going on, and he asked, and the poor man told him the story. So the next day he dressed up as a poor person and went and gave the lion some bread and jam. He did this for a week or 2, and eventually the lion said to him, "You know, you've been kind to me. I'm going to let you get some wealth back. You may put your hand into my stomach, and you may take out gold tomorrow morning. But just remember, before sunrise, my mouth will close, and you'll have to have finished by then." The next day the man took a big bag up to the mountain, and he collected gold. But he did not stop. He carried on, and he took so much gold, and he was so greedy and jealous that he didn't realize when the sun came up. And the next minute the lion closed his mouth, and the wealthy man died. So the moral of the story was, sometimes our greed takes over us. Just like that wealthy man. When was enough? Did he need to carry on taking? Just like the poor man who gave. He gave with his heart, and he gave his last little bit. And I would like you to try this week. Try to realize when enough is enough. Do we need all these materialistic things in our life? Do we need to be greedy? Or should we not give with a heart? Often when we give, we receive a lot more in life. There's the old saying, what you sow, you shall reap. But then there's also another saying, it's not in the reaping that's important, but it's the sowing that's important. So, folks, this week try your best to just look at life a little bit differently and see what we can give. See all the good things around us. See how we can be kind to your fellow neighbor. Do we have to be good? But it doesn't have to be with money. It can be with our heart, with our smile. So guys, go out this week and know when enough is enough and enjoy life to the fullest. Yeah, it's Crazy Dave and Magic Mondays. Yeah!